The RJI Fellowship Program is really focused on developing and innovating around the model of journalism. So we've seen any number of changes as an industry over the past decade or two, and a lot of people talk just about how much the role of advertising has played in that shift. But the truth is that there's not a whole lot of sharing happening right now while people are learning so much. And so the RJI Fellowship is an opportunity to partner with a team of researchers and experienced news people to really explore the curiosities and the questions that you're trying to innovate with in your newsroom, and then share those findings so that other newsrooms can benefit from it. I'm Tamara Power-Drutis, and I'm here in Seattle, Washington. While I was the executive director at Crosscut Public Media, I worked with a team of creatives at Crosscut as well as a team of researchers at RJI to explore newsletter engagement and how we as journalism teams can better engage our audiences over the email platform. It was really an incredible experience working with the team at RJI because we came with this curiosity. Our team at Crosscut had been publishing a newsletter for years, but we really hadn't spent the time thinking about what was working with it, what wasn't, how it could grow strategically, what frequency it should be going out. There were any number of things that we had just been doing because they'd always been done that way. And so when we came to RJI with this idea, let's explore how newsrooms can better engage news consumers over email, they were really helpful in really pushing back and thinking through that question more fully. During our project, we were initially looking at how do we optimize our newsletters at Crosscut. And so we were thinking of using Crosscut as a bit of a sample, a kind of petri dish of different techniques that newsrooms can use or have used successfully around the country. And as we dove into it, we found that there really wasn't a whole lot of research or findings to base that off of. There's a lot of information out there about how to optimize newsletters for B2B or B2C, but there really wasn't a whole lot of content and academic study approaches to how newsrooms are actually engaging over email. So that was a challenge initially because we imagined that we would have more data and more content to go off of, but it became an opportunity because that became the project really was, how do we study this, how do we share the findings, and how do we make this information accessible for other newsrooms that want to do the same optimization of their newsletters. And I think that's one of the areas where this really can benefit the broader journalism community. It's just that we are all so stretched for time. People are doing as much as they can with less resources than they had before, with smaller teams than they had before, with fewer copy editors than they had before. And there's all of these elements of the model that have been tightened up so that they fit into the new technologies that we're able to tell stories on. The challenge with that is that doesn't leave a lot of time for learning. That doesn't leave a lot of time for sharing what people have learned. And so having an environment where you have fellows from around the US that are working on different aspects of the model of journalism, not just what stories should we tell, but in what ways and what platforms and what approaches should we be telling them in, was a really incredible opportunity to be a part of.